Really?
What?
She's going to be here any second.
Been here for like 25 minutes. Something tells me she's in no rush to see us.
Can't you put that thing away? It is distracting and rude. Not to mention it kept pinging after every sentence she said the last time.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of gave her words of wisdom a little bit more gravitas, you know? Like when they cue the sappy music on all those horseshit advice shows. You know the ones. They're always clogging up space on the DVR.
We all have our hang-ups, don't we? At least mine keeps me home at night.
Shouldn't we wait for Miss $250 an hour to arrive before we start committing verbal mutual homicide? Sweetheart.
So, who were you texting? Or should I dare be blunt enough and ask her name?
Do you honestly really think that little of me? That I would be sitting next to you? Here, of all places, texting some squeeze box? You need to cut back on the Dr. Phil because it's making you paranoid.
Really?
Really?
Mary and Todd's New Year's Eve party ring a bell?
Jack.
Excuse me?
Her name is Jack. And she's a sight to see, really. She's tall, dark, and lips that would make the straightest man question his sexuality. Are you still feeling insecure?
Please excuse my tardiness. I have a patient who insists on texting me every time he's in crisis.
Texting. Wow, the nerve of some people.
I hope it was nothing serious. We wouldn't want to take you away from...
No, not at all. Just a case of narcissism gone wild. Anyway, this is our time. Once again, I'm sorry for making you wait. So how are you guys?
Peachy. Couldn't be better.
So, as I recall, we ended last week with the discussion of the romantic getaway to the vineyard. So which one of you wants to begin first?
Well, this trip wasn't exactly something that I was up for, with both of our schedules being so crazy, but Artie insisted that we go. And I wasn't completely against it. I mean, the idea of waking up on a beach in the morning isn't a bad way to start your day. But, you know.
Know what?
I just didn't see the point in the two of us going away together.
Why is that? Most women would jump at the chance to spend some time away from home with their spouse.
I suppose most women would, but things had already been awkward between us for some time. And I just wasn't feeling overly romantic towards Artie.
That's a shocker.
I'm sorry, but the idea of us going away together under the pre-notion that this is a weekend of wild lovemaking with a man that seemed more of a stranger to me than my actual husband didn't quite appeal to me.
You know, Doc, it's humorous how women play that card.
What card is that?
You know, when a man wants sex, it's like, can't you see I'm too fat this month? Can't you see I'm too gassy? But when they use sex as a precursor to what they really want, then the game is on. And like sheep, we follow. We follow.
So, it's our fault that men let their penises guide their every decision.
Oh.
Women can't help that we're the smarter of the sexes. We were created that way.
So you basically agree with me then?
Megan, are you suggesting that women are conniving by nature?
Well, no, I was just saying that some women are, you know...
Manipulative, cunning, bitchy.
I was being facetious.
You are aware that it's okay for a husband and wife to have carnal knowledge of each other, right? I mean, my hand could use a break.
You see, Doctor, do you see what I have to deal with? His sarcasm.
No orgasm breeds sarcasm. Socrates said that.
You are such a...
Go ahead, Megan. Tell Arthur what you think of him.
Yeah, Megan, tell me what you think.
It's okay. There are no boundaries within these walls.
He can just be a real insensitive prick. And that weekend, that was only about him getting laid.
You want to know something? You want to know how a guy knows he's been sexually deprived? It's when he walks by one of those clothing stores and he sees those provocatively dressed mannequins in the window, and then he gets a hard on. That's me. That's me in a nutshell.
Look, I have no problem with the digs, the harsh words, or even the smart-ass remarks, so long as there's some productivity along the way. And when I say some, I mean even the slightest effort. I'm concerned that the two of you aren't really listening to one another. For this process to be successful, one of you has got to let your guard down and make the first move, or I'm afraid the two of you will be spinning on this hamster wheel forever. If all the two of you want to do here is just one-up each other, then I suggest you do it at home. It would be a lot cheaper.
I'm so sorry. It was never my intention for us to be this ugly.
You know, all I wanted to do was just spend some time away with you. You know, try to find that rhythm again.
Why the vineyard? Does this place hold some sort of special memory for the two of you?
No, not really. It's just the ferry was so close, and I figured we'd just...
Arthur and I lived there after we graduated college.
Yeah, that's right.
And we worked there for the summer. And we got engaged sweating away at Murray's Clam Shack.
Call me Mr. Romantic.
They have great clams.
But Arthur knows as well as I do that it would have just gone back to the same tirade as soon as we got home.
It's called life, dear. And perhaps maybe you should find one that suits you better.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Was that where you took your little girlfriend? Just a weekend away with the guys, Meg. No girls allowed. Was that your fuck nest?
You're out of your mind.
Am I? Then tell me I'm wrong.
And what if it was, huh? You certainly weren't interested anymore. You abandoned our marriage long before I...
Before what, Arthur? You can't even say it out loud, can you? What did you do, Arthur? What did you do? How can we fix our marriage if you won't even admit what you did?
Don't.
You what? You want me to say it for you? How many more visits is it going to take until you start telling the truth?
You want the truth? Fine. I screwed her. Is that all you want to hear, huh? You don't even care about the why. You put so much emphasis on faithfulness that you lost sight of the very essence of what made us so close, about what made us so fucking magnetic.
Do you have the slightest idea how much that has hurt me? You broke my heart. And now you have the gall to make me feel responsible. You are incorrigible.
It's beyond physicality, Meg. But you'll never see that. I mean, Jesus Christ, we don't even understand each other's language anymore. For Christ's sakes, aren't you tired and exhausted of living like this? For Christ's sakes, I miss that look.
What look?
That look that told me in a flash that I was your guy.
What? Just because my eyes don't twinkle every time you come into a room, my feelings have changed? Is this the rationale that you use every time you have an affair?
I am trying to explain my feelings.
Oh, please. Relationships change, and we're not exempt to it. I'm a real person with real feelings, Artie. You can't just do what you did and expect me to forgive and forget.
So where does that leave us now? Huh?
I don't know, but I'm here, aren't I?
Better. Much better. Look, by now both of you know it takes a great deal of effort to make any relationship work. This isn't the generation of our grandparents where people stayed together for better or for worse. No one is forcing the two of you to keep this marriage alive. But it's evident that you're both still holding on for a reason. Is it because of guilt? Maybe it's because of the bond you two created back in college. The one you chiseled into stone back at Murray's Clam Shack. Look, if you want your marriage to have that fire again, then you're gonna have to work a whole hell of a lot harder than this.
When we were first together, we shared every ridiculous dream, every emotion. We used to talk to each other all the time. We couldn't stop talking. And now, it's like we can't even wait for the other one to just shut up.
You were the one person I could instinctively count on. The man I trusted. And then you vanished.
I'm right here, May. Tarnished, but still here.
Are you? We were perfect together. I loved you with everything I had. Why, Artie? Why? Why did you go away? So effortless for us. Why did we fail? I never thought we'd end up like our friends, but you proved me wrong. Did you love her more than me? Did she make you feel better about yourself? Was she prettier than me?
I think Megan asked a fair question, Arthur. Do you love this person?
Wrong tense.
I'm sorry.
What Arthur meant to say is that she
had a name.
And what was her name, Arthur?
Denny.
And what happened to Denny?
She died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was she ill?
Oh, God, Arthur, you can't even say it out loud, can you? She committed suicide. She's gone.
Oh, gosh. Arthur, you must have so many unresolved questions.
Look, I can't undo what's been done. Just, she made her choice and I made mine. Be it the wrong one. I'm okay. I have to be okay.
No, Arthur, you're not. But I'm confident you can make yourself better. You both can. Look, Megan, I know this has been a nightmarish time in your life, but I can see in you a fighter. I won't kid you. This isn't going to be easy. But I'm confident that if the two of you do the work, you'll come out of this much stronger. I think this would be a good time to end our session.
Please excuse me.
She's right, you know. You are incorrigible. But really, Jack. Could you be any less original?
You know what they say? There's only two people in this world who you lie to. Police and your wife.
So, are we on for tomorrow night?
You can't control yourself, can you, doctor? You might need to see a professional about that compulsive behavior.
I'm so fucking wet. Do you want me to close the door? I will. I'm not wearing any panties.
Oh, Mama. Tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow.
Don't be late.
Well, I never am I, sugar tits? Oh, shit.
I forgot my purse. I'm sorry.
Did you lose something?
I really need to downsize to one of those tray chic Coach bags. I'm sure someone as sophisticated as you has several.
You might need to see a professional about that compulsive behavior.
I'm so fucking wet. Do you want me to close the door? I will. I'm not wearing any panties.
Tomorrow. Save it for tomorrow.
What exactly are you saving for tomorrow, Doctor?
It was nothing. Your husband seemed very distraught over the passing of Denny, so I thought we could talk about it.
That whore got what she deserved.
What?
Are you not listening to me, Dr. Romano? It's very important that you listen for this process to work. Or do you mind me calling you Beverly? Or does my husband call you Doctor when you're alone with him?
Look, Megan, I can explain if you just give me.
You need to relax. It's really quite simple. I want what he's got. And it's clear. He wants you. I'm sure you drain him dry with a body like yours.
You're mistaken, Megan.
Am I? Maybe I should play the tape back.
No. You don't need to do that.
I don't know, Doctor. It seems as though that you're holding something back. Don't forget, there's no secrets within these walls. Isn't that right?
What can I do to make this right?
It's really quite simple. Now, Doctor, you, of all people, would know that one's deceitfulness and self-destructive behavior only prolongs the inevitable. Those are your words. Am I right? I'm one hell of a listener. Now, where shall we begin?
Megan, you have every right to be upset. Believe it or not, I understand how you feel.
If you knew how I felt, you'd scratch my eyes out. So spare me the Freud 101 bullshit. The truth, Doctor. Just the truth. Say it!
Yes, I'm seeing Arthur.
Seeing or sleeping with?
What can I do to make this right?
You've already said that, Doctor. Now, this conversation is becoming monotonous. Oh, I know you're not this boring with my husband.
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
Sorry? I'm sure you're going to be very sorry when the APA finds out about your therapy exercises. I'm sure they'll take issue to your practices, wouldn't you agree? Now, what time were you meeting my husband?
3 o'clock?
Perfect. I'll see you at noon. I'm sure I won't be disappointed.